Hi, I'm Advait Sehdev, and this is the Marketing Tales podcast, where in every episode I share a true story behind the scenes of an actual campaign where marketing hacks led to exponential growth. Hi, today I want to talk about an e-commerce brand which had a product, which had a category, which had a property rather. The property was called Daily Deals. Now, most of the e-commerce companies have such a property called Daily Deals, and what happens is that every day certain number of products are put in over there at a huge discount, and these products are available in a limited quantity, and people can come and purchase them. Now, what is the objective of this? The objective of this, I'll come to that. But let me first tell you what is the problem. The problem that this e commerce company had was that they were not able to generate enough traction on this. They were doing a lot of activities. They were doing a lot of activities in terms of they were sending out mailers to their base, they were doing it promotion on social media, they were trying to put in the best products over there at a huge discount also, but this they were not happy with the sales. Now sales, in terms of volume, it wasn't a sales in terms of numbers, because that was not the objective. The objective of Daily Deals is typically either customer acquisition or repeat sales. It is to increase the number of transactions. That is the whole idea. So what typically happens is, in e-commerce or in any other business, the first thing is customer acquisition. Everyone wants more and more and more customers. Now once people get customers, it is not enough to have only customer acquisition. What really matters is customer lifetime value. The lifetime value is really, really important, and that is increased, that is improved by building in more and more properties, by showcasing more and more products, by cross selling, by upselling, by doing more and more activities, by getting repeat sales. And also then you move forward, and then you get customer to advocate for you and refer you new customers. But that's not what we are talking about. I'm just focused on repeat sales and customer acquisition. That wasn't really picking up for this particular brand. So what what we did was, we did a lot of experimentation in terms of products. We said, okay, can we optimize the products as per the customers? So we had a lot of data in terms of, okay, these are the customers who like deals, so they would be our top priority. Now in that also, these are the customers who like to focus more on electronics, these focus more on lifestyle, these focus more on media, and that also subcategories, in that also type of products, brands. A lot of detailed breakup was done, but that also did not help a lot. It helped to a certain extent. It definitely increased our numbers, but we wanted to do something much better. We wanted to do something which is much better. And we tried a lot of things. We said, can we try out referrals? Can we try out word of mouth marketing? Can we ask people to actually promote these products and get discounts in return? That works for a certain extent, for a certain number, but that number was very, very small. It didn't work a lot, right? We did a lot of targeting in terms of affiliates, in terms of tying up with affiliates, in terms of promoting our products, in terms of making sure that there was a lot of focus also on search intent when we were focusing on Google Ads, because whenever the search intent was to get deals, was to get cheaper prices, was to get discounts, then these were the products, these were the pages that were promoted. Now another very important thing that was done was that we made sure that all these products, a majority of these products, were impulse purchases. People they were not really something which people would research a lot for, or people would think a lot for. They were also utility based. So for example, daily essentials, those are the kind of products that you would buy, whether it's in electronics, whether it's certain types of clothes. We also promoted a lot of combo offers, which was also tried, because combos typically tend to sell more because we can offer a greater discount over there. I'll talk about the combo offer science in a later sometime. But today the focus is on pricing. Now what we said was, let us experiment with pricing. And one of my team members, he started experimenting with pricing. Now one fine day, suddenly one product started selling crazy. Now this was not an exceptional product. This was not a product in huge demand. We did not do huge amount of discounting on it, but it was selling. So I asked my team member, what are you doing? And he said, give me 3 more days, I want to experiment a little more, and then I'll tell you what really worked. if it works. So he experimented and it worked on all 3 days. Now, so we sat together, we analyzed, and we said, what is the pattern, what is happening over here. Now, one of the things that he was experimenting with pricing is that in the older days, everyone used to have a price like 499 or 999 or 1499. Now people understand that 499 is actually 500, 999 is actually 1000, and so on. So that marketing gimmick does not work. So we said, we're experimenting something new, and that's when we came up with something called rhythmic pricing, which is 2323 or 3434 or 1515 and so on. So we said, let's do this, and it worked magically for us. Now, if you ask me why it worked, I have no idea. If you ask me, will it work for you? I'm pretty sure it may not, because the whole idea that I want to communicate today to you is that pricing needs a lot of experimentation, and you don't know what will work for you. You may know what works for others and so on. There's no generic rule, because if there's a generic rule, the audience, the customer, the buyer will know that, and if they know that, they will become they will bypass it, and they will see the actual price. They will not see the gimmicky price of 94 or 97 or 99 and so on. So understand that, keep on experimenting with your pricing more and more, and the more dynamic it is, the more customized it is, the more better it is for you. Thank you. So that's the end of this episode. Stay connected for more episodes of Marketing Tales, behind the scenes of successful campaigns and true stories about exponential growth. Till next time.